If you're serious about lifting, you already know tracking reps and weight only tells you so much. But what if you could actually measure the quality of every single rep in real time while you're lifting? I've been testing a $150 device called Gpath for the past few weeks, and by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it performed against an $800 competitor doing the exact same thing, and whether it's actually worth your money, or maybe it's just another overhyped fitness gadget. So here's what we're covering: how the device works, the live training data, the auditory feedback, which sounds gimmicky but absolutely isn't, the full app breakdown, and the accuracy test against $800 device. So stick around because that last part alone is worth watching. So this is Gpath. It's a small device that you attach directly to any cable machine or barbell to automatically track your reps and measure how fast each rep moves, which is called velocity-based training. Think of it like a running watch but for the gym. Your watch would tell you your pace, distance, and heart rate so you can run smarter. And Gpath does the exact same thing but lifting metrics for obviously your lifts. And whether you're chasing a powerlifting PR like me, or maybe you're just trying to get stronger and fit, all of that data is extremely important. That means you can start making serious gains without ever touching the weight, get objective feedback on exactly when it's time to go heavier, and compared to some competitors, you could be saving up to $600. So the device itself is magnetic, so it attaches to any metal surface, whether it's a barbell or the weights on a cable machine. And it comes with a couple magnetic plates, and one of them are actually contoured to the barbell like this one is, so it's a little bit curved. If you're doing a barbell squat, deadlift, or bench, you attach it to the middle of the bar, connect it to the app, select your exercise, and start lifting. It then automatically counts your reps, and that's it. That means no manually logging your sets, no forgetting what rep you're on, and no lying to yourself when you're supposed to hit 12 but you really hit 9. Now once you're in the workout, the first screen shows you a list of all the exercises that you need to hit or you program for yourself. These are separated by weights, set, and the GPE. And if you slide over to the live training section, this is where it gets fun. You can see your total volume lifted for that exercise, your rep count mid-set, and the speed of each individual rep along with the average speed for the whole set. And one thing that a lot of people don't expect, Gpath actually makes you realize how much the lowering phase of your lift matters. Controlling that eccentric portion shows up in your data, and a lot of people quickly discover that they've been going lighter than they need to, which ultimately means you need to start lifting heavier, moving faster, and getting stronger faster. And honestly, when you first start using it, it feels like magic. It's incredibly satisfying to lug out after a heavy set. Now in the settings, you can fully customize your feedback, reps done, reps left, reps reach. You can hear all of it out loud. You can also adjust sensor sensitivity, auto rest dismiss, and a bunch of other toggles. And there were so many toggles, like I felt like a mini pilot, but a very swole pilot. Now here's where it gets crazy. After you finish a set, Gpath gives you a mean velocity score, a propulsive velocity score, and your power output. And for those who don't know, those numbers tell you not what you just lifted, but how you lifted it. Set effort, performance quality, fatigue, the full picture. And for powerlifters like me, this means everything. I mainly focus on the propulsive velocity measured in meters per second because it tells me when I hit a speed PR, even if the weight on the bar hasn't changed. And yes, speed PRs are a thing, and I think you should start using them too. Like I said, Gpath is built around velocity-based training, which is a method used by professional coaches and athletes to measure the quality and the speed of every single rep and lift. And to me, getting that level of data for only $150 is genuinely life-changing, and the app, we'll get into that in a second. Okay, now let's talk about the auditory feedback. Now let's just say you finished your 1 rep max, and now that you're going through your working sets, this is where another feature completely won me over. If you got your AirPods in, or maybe you have your phone on ringer mode, Gpath gives you auditory feedback on every single rep.
Which is what I always did.
Two left, maintain that control.
So you get a sharp sound for your fastest rep and a dull sound for your slower rep that didn't quite match your fastest one. And look, there's actually solid research backing this up. Studies show that real-time audio feedback during training leads to measurably better performance. So this isn't just a cool feature. It's literally making your reps better. And subconsciously, this device is constantly trying to make every single rep like my last one and my best one, and trying to make that rep slightly faster than my previous one, which is exactly the point. But the best part is that it tells you exactly how many reps you have left.
Two left, maintain that control.
And yes, I know your brain should be doing that, but when you're deep in a heavy set, things get blurry and you kind of forget. So it is what it is. Having that audible countdown is genuinely useful and I love it. And speaking of audible sounds, make sure you hit that bell, guys, or subscribe. Both would do me a huge favor on this channel and would support us. When I say us, it's just me. Moving on. Now, let's talk about the app itself. The home tab shows your performance index. It's a composite score based on your consistency, Gpath strength, movement quality, progression, and GPE. Ignore my score right now. I've been doing a ton of testing and it's not super consistent. That's my official excuse and I'm sticking with it. You also get quick actions like freestyle workout, basically a no plan session, plus workout creation and your full exercise list. Below that, you get your weekly summary, a total workouts, reps, time lifting, and volume. And my favorite little feature, a weekly set counter that shows exactly which muscles you've been training, color coded so you can see which ones are in the optimal training zone. Basically, it gives you a visual of whether your programming is actually balanced or not. The planner tab gives you a clean weekly view of your training days versus rest days. The history tab is where you can go back at any date and pull up the exact data from that session. I use this regularly to check the velocity on my 1-rep maxes for my bench press, squat, and deadlift. And lastly, there is a community feature, which is honestly a little lonely for me right now. Turns out not a lot of people know about Gpath right now, and I'm one of the lucky few people that do. So this is step one of building that community. Now, this is what I didn't love. And let's keep it real because nothing is perfect. One thing that genuinely bugged me is that not every single exercise is actually Gpath ready. So Gpath has a specific list of fully supported movements for automatic tracking, and some exercises just aren't on that list yet. Things like dumbbell press or pause squats, for example, aren't currently Gpath ready yet. You can still add them into your workout program. They just won't be able to utilize Gpath until Gpath makes that update. So if your entire program is dumbbells or kettlebells, make sure you know that going in. They haven't forgotten about you, it's just not there yet. Is this a deal breaker? For me, not so much, because personally the exercises that I care about the most are all Gpath ready. But it's worth knowing before you buy, and to the credit, Gpath actually publishes a monthly update on their blog covering what's been added, what's been fixed, and what's coming up. So this is actively being worked on. Now, if you're still on the fence about how accurate the speed tracking is, I compare Gpath directly to an $800 device that uses a physical cable attached to the bar. And the difference between the two readings, well, it was only 0.02 meters per second. Like, that's it. That's the gap between a $150 device and an $800 device. And what is a big deal is that Gpath can fit right into your pocket. And it only costs $150, while the $800 one is actually pretty heavy, it's hard to bring around, and it's clunky. And if you use my code, you'll get Gpath Pro for free for 3 months, which unlocks all of the deepest insights that the app has to offer. To be clear though, once you buy the device, you can still use the app for free. Gpath Pro just gives you all of the deeper insights and more bells and features. So, is it worth it? I want to be clear about who this is for, because it's not just for powerlifters or people competing. If you go to the gym regularly and you genuinely want to get stronger, move better, and actually understand what your body is doing under a bar, Gpath gives you that. It'll show you if your technique is slipping, tell you when you're not pushing yourself hard enough, and make it obvious when it's time to add weight. That is not elite athlete stuff, that's just smart training. And until now, most people didn't have access to a device like this for this price. So the data that you get from this device is going to be 10 times more valuable than anything that you put in your app or pen and paper if you still do that. Gpath removes all the guesswork and lets you focus on what actually matters, pushing harder and getting stronger every single session. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I have more videos talking about fitness tech and apps, so make sure you check out these videos if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.